Ta-da! I'm back. Well, clearly I am back on Boogaboo. Sorry for looking away. I just gotta grab my camera bag. Forget it. Yeah, sorry, I just grabbed my camera bag, which has got the GoPro and everything else in there. But as you can see, I am back aboard Boogaboo, and we have a beautiful sunny day. Man, it's actually warm out there. I was sitting outside at home, and it was take my jacket off warm. So we're around 12 degrees Celsius, and I have decided I'm not going to correct myself anymore for my my American friends. I'm going to totally let you guys figure that out. So when I say degrees, it's in Celsius. And if I say hydro, it means hydro. So anyways, that said, I'm back on the boat. It's nice sunny. So it looks like a good day to hook up my Shorepower. So I'm going to do that right now. Again, I don't know if the Shorepower is actually running, if it's powered up here along our boat slips. But I'm just going to get out my Shorepower cable anyways, take advantage of this nice warm weather, hook it up, plug it in, and see what works. Or if it doesn't work, we'll find out together. And there's one more thing I want to check. If you saw my last video, let me open this up. You'll recall that there was a flickering here on the camera when I went inside. So I want to see if that has healed itself. So oh, there it is. Shit. All right. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing it, but you see again when it's bright, there's no flicker. But watch when I go into the darker area, the flicker comes back. I don't know what it is. I'm going to just try one thing real quick while I have you here. Okay, stop with the flicker. I'm just going to try one of the settings and see if that helps. So let's stand by. Okay, I think I may have solved this flickering problem. See, no flickering. Now there's one setting, because there are like pro features in this camera, if you care about any of that. And I had it set to the color profile was color, I think, or auto. Anyways, I set it to what they call de-cine-like. Don't know what that means, but I know it does mean that the flickering has stopped. And that's a good thing. And I'm going to try it in here in the washroom because it's a darker spot. A little bit. So what does that mean? Don't film in the dark, Paul. But it's better. It's definitely better. I don't know what it's going to look like when I get outside. Well, not outside, but not in the dark cabin. It looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to carry on with what I was doing. Sorry for this interruption. My station identification. So, like I say, Shorepower cable, which I showed you the last time I was here a couple of days ago. I'm going to unfurl that, take it out, plug it into the side of the boat, and see what happens. You know, another reason for me wanting to do this today is because, or soon anyways, we got an email on Friday from the marina just saying that all boats have to be ready to launch on April 29th, which is 2 weeks and a day tomorrow, because today is the Sunday, and so it's 2 weeks Monday. So in 2 weeks, they're going to start launching the boats. And everybody must be ready. And I'm okay with that. So we'll see. I'm going to open this up, get the Shorepower cable out there, plug it in up top, and take it down and give it a shot. See if I can just scooch this end along the walkway here, and then I'll just relocate the ladder where I can reach the plugs on the side of the boat. Oh, the inlets. Okay, already I got my Shorepower cable connected. That only took a lifetime to do. And I got it run around. Well, it's not running around, it's walking around. And then into the power pedestal. And it's plugged in there and all the breakers are on. So I'm hoping that if the brakes are on and there's power here, it'll work. If the breakers are on and it doesn't work, that means there's no power along there. Wish me luck. Alrighty, back inside, take my shoes off, and in the cabin we go. Like I say, everything is on where it needs to be around here. So here's the last bit of the equation. Let's go, Shorepower. Nothing. Nothing, honey. No Shorepower. Oh well. But I do have a flickering camera. All right, well, that's not very good. I'm going to find out, see if I can find out this week if the Shorepower is coming back on or when. But in the meantime, it's all hooked up anyway, so we'll see. Well, I'm not super happy about that, but also I'm not really sad about that. We could be in worse shape right now, correct? So no Shorepower just yet, but we still have a sunny day, and that's okay. And that's okay. But so as I mentioned, that only took a lifetime to get that Shorepower connected to the side of the boat, because first of all, I couldn't reach it from the dock, and I thought, well, I looked and blah blah blah, and I determined that I needed a plank to walk on just to move the wire along, because I was not about to walk along the outside of the boat because there's fenders that are jammed in there, and of course the wire, and my legs are not as nimble as they once were, so I wasn't going to chance it. So I thought, well, I'll hop in the truck, and if need be, I'll go to the lumberyard, which I didn't want to do, but I would also check around here. So there's a pile of old wood lumber that they use around here when they raise the boats and whatever, and it was all sitting over there. So I went through it, and I found myself an appropriate piece of 2x10, which was able to go in between the beams that are under the boat, so I could at least walk along there, move the wire along, the Shorepower wire that is, and get it to where the plugs are. But for the life of me, because it was like and trying to plug that plug in by feel, it just was not happening. So I moved my ladder, I relocated the ladder at the side, because I didn't want to do that at first because I didn't want to scratch the side of the boat, but it was just, the height was just right, and the top of the ladder was leaning up against the rub rail, so it was all good. Now I was able to climb up there and look, and it was a good thing I did, because there are 3 Shorepower inlets on the side of the boat. However, there's only 2 Shorepower inlets on the side of the boat, and I mistakenly, again, just reaching up and feeling, I opened up the cap for the 3rd one, which is for telephone and cable TV connections, and it's no wonder that I couldn't plug the Shorepower cable into that, because it was never going to go. So once I got up there, it's like, duh. All right, so I got those plugged in. It's all good. Moved the ladder back, and then you saw what I did then. And then I came in here and turned it on, but there's no on in here right now. But I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. Like I say, it's a beautiful sunny day. Yeah, I love it. It's getting closer. Unfortunately, Anchor Girl suggested to me this morning that she didn't want to come to the boat until the boat's in the water. Just because, I told her it's a little snotty when you drive around, because obviously, again, don't say obviously, Paul, because you may not know this, but as I shown before, the driveway coming around where they had to haul the boats out and remove all the debris from where the building collapsed, it's still in really rough shape, and I'm going to guess that they're going to wait to get a lot of those boats out of the way, because that's going to tear it up potentially a little bit more anyways. And then hopefully, once that's done, they can grade that driveway coming around here, and then probably throw some stone down on it as well, because it's kind of bumpy. It's not too bad with my truck, because I don't care about that truck, but and it's dry-ish right now. It's mud, but it's dry mud. But if it's raining again, we're going to get rain, maybe even a little bit of snow next week, and that'll just make it mucky. So Anchor Girl doesn't really want to drive her car around and through, because there's really nothing for her to do on the boat until it's in the water anyways, right? Because then it'll be major cleanup and start moving back aboard the boat. But as I mentioned, relaunch is now scheduled for the week of the 29th. Did I say that right? Whatever today is, it's 2 weeks tomorrow that they're going to start relaunching the boats, and we all have to be ready to launch the boats. And I ain't going to be ready once the Shorepower is connected, or once the Shorepower is powered up. I can turn on the battery charger and charge the batteries, and that's really all I need to do. I need to throw on the dock lines, but that's easy. The fenders are just sitting up there. I just gotta toss them over. I didn't want to do that right now because when it gets windy, and it will, the fenders are just gonna be slapping up against the side of the boat. So I will wait until probably the weekend before the boat is potentially going to go in the water, and I'll do that, and I'll throw the dock lines on, and then we're good to go. And then once we're good to go, and once we're in the water, Anchor Girl will show up here, and we're going to, we were already talking last night. I asked her what is going to be the first, what I said to her, I said, what is the first thing you're going to barbecue once we get back to the boat? And I got one of those, what are you going to barbecue? So I guess whatever it is that I'm going to barbecue for the first time, I'm going to really look forward to, because nothing like barbecue on the boat, especially when we're away somewhere, which again, my friends, we're going to do a lot of this year. A lot. We're going to do a lot more than we did for the last 2 years. That's for darn sure. That's darn tootin'. Okay. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. There's not really much more to show or to say, because this video is probably getting too long and boring as it is. And if there's anything new and exciting that happens, I'll let you know. Okay, but in the meantime, happy boating. Fantastic. It's going to be boating season 2025 we're down to days now. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Oh yeah, down to days, because we were months and then weeks. Now we are literally down to days. Not 2 days. We're down to a few days. Hopefully in the meantime I can learn to work my mouth a little bit better and speak a little bit clearer. So anyways, that's it. Happy boating. As always, I will look forward to your comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.